Your buddy back again and blessed again, and because I'm blessed again, I am back again. As you see from the title of the video, we got some serious stuff to talk about. Serious stuff to talk about. I got my phone here, my other little old phone, because I got some notes. If you are in contact with any of the people that are titled in the video or anybody that does anything like this, especially my black brothers and also my black sisters out here who are doing these waffles, raffles, giveaways, get this video to them. Get this video to them because this is serious stuff. I'm coming to you as a brother, another black man. I'm coming to you as a businessman. I'm coming to you as a pastor. I'm coming to you as a pastor because that's what I am. That's what I am. For those who want to say you're clout chasing and everything, because you know you're gonna have people that say that. Right now, I'm in my property. The property that we are fixing up to flip. So I'm gonna get my pillow that's in my property that we've been working on for a little bit of time. And I'm gonna get comfortable in something that I own. I have no reason to clout chase. I'm not here to clout chase. I'm here to help these brothers, to keep them out of trouble. Keep them out of trouble. And if you feel like me giving them this advice is clout chasing and hating, you got some bigger issues. The first thing I want to do is I want to explain why I rock with a lot of y'all. More specifically, CJ. I love your story, CJ. Love your story. I understand it 100%. Your story and my story are very similar. Very similar in regards to the things that we have been through. You've been locked up. I've been locked up. You changed your life around. You're doing what you're doing. My life has been changed around, and I'm doing what I'm doing. I just took a little bit of a different path. Answering the call that God had on my life to be a pastor and a real pastor. Now these fake ass pastors, and yes, I said ass. No, oh my God, he's a pastor. He said ass. Calm down, pump your brakes. That are in these pulpits, not truly representing what the word speaks about, not truly representing, standing for what God stands for. I know exactly where you're coming from. I did time, fed time, making and selling counterfeit money. I had charges in 2 different states. I understand 100%. 100%. Trust and believe me, if you want to see the credentials, go look it up. If you got access to that, then you can go look it up, or I can provide it for you just to show y'all that I'm not just talking. I'm not just talking. The first thing I want to tell you besides that is that you have to get you some people around you that have some knowledge that you don't have so you can grow yourself even more. Get you some people around you. I know it's one thing talking about it. I know y'all do that a lot of times, but you got to really do that. Rather it's physical people or rather it's reading books. You got to get some people around you that have more knowledge than you have. And the reason I'm saying this is because of the topic at hand. You have too many people around you that aren't necessarily there to help you grow, educate you, give you ideas, or even check on you in a brotherly way. Be more wise. Be more diligent. Because pride comes before the fall of any man or woman. What do I mean by this? You guys are doing your thing. And don't take this the wrong way. Don't let pride get in the way. I'm coming to you as a brother first and foremost, but also from the perspective of a pastor. Pride comes before the fall of any man. Yes, you are surrounding yourself with people that know more than you and that are that are doing different things. What's up, man? Oh, had a little interruption, but a good interruption. Partner from the hood came through, came to check out the property and everything because he remembers what it looks like before. It was pretty bad, pretty rough. Read, read, and educate yourself once again. Knowledge is power, but what you do with that knowledge is even more powerful. Knowledge is power, but what you do with that knowledge is even more powerful. If you're going to play the game by the rules. Set your waffles, the word y'all use, right? Up the right way according to law, because if those folks come looking, they might not let you slide with, I didn't know. Understand what y'all doing. Understand it's business, but it still has to be structured the right way. And the way that y'all have it structured is not right. And technically, according to law, it's you know what, which means that you can get in trouble. You get in trouble. So I'm not speaking or making this video from a spirit of hating. I'm speaking it and making this video from a spirit of love. I want to see y'all brothers succeed. But you got to understand the rules. That's why I told you to educate yourself. Yeah, you got people around you that are doing more, but some people may be in a position from experiences, not necessarily from knowledge. Not necessarily from knowledge. When you step into a room, you're around people, even though they may seem to know more than you, you want to humble yourself, even though you know more than them. Meaning, educate yourself no matter if you're stepping into the room and this person is an expert in what they're talking about. You know just as much as them, but you're not like, yeah, I know more than you. You can't tell me nothing because let's take, Omar Wheelz and Tires, for example. The man knows his rims. He obviously knows business. Just because each and every one of you are not as big as him doesn't mean that you can't be on a level in regards to knowledge. But like I told you, yes, knowledge is powerful. But what you do with it is even more powerful. You have to get the knowledge about these waffles that y'all call, but I'll call it what it is. A raffle, a fundraiser, a giveaway. I can do that. I can do that. You know why? Because I have a nonprofit. I have an actual nonprofit. Therefore, I understand waffles, raffles, giveaways, fundraisers, and guess what? I'm still learning. I don't know everything about it. I'm still learning, but I do understand the rules. I do understand the rules. Set your stuff up the right way. That way, if or when they do come knocking, no problems. You got to remember and you got to understand that right now, y'all are leaders in what you're doing. Right now, you are leaders in what you're doing. I'm not saying you're the first people to do these type of giveaways, but amongst our people in regards to what you're doing, you're the current leaders of the community on YouTube with the cars and everything. Right now, years from now, whenever, it'll be somebody else. That's just the way it goes. You want to, I'm going to say, build out the foundation of those that came before you. Y'all have taken it to a whole nother level. Set the foundation the right way for those who come after you. You don't want to set the wrong foundation. You don't want to bring them into a situation that's going to make it harder for the next YouTubers, the next generation of black YouTubers. Don't do that. Don't do that. Also, what could end up happening is a domino effect. A domino effect. They come for one, then they're going to come for all. Now everybody's scared to do it. Blase, blase, all these different things. I'm not afraid to do it. You know why? Because it's structured the right way. Just like you have your business structured the right way, hopefully. I know some of you, you're getting there and everything. Structure that the right way. Um, I'm going to break down some of the rules. Educate yourself, though. This isn't a end all to be all list, but this is just a basic list to get you on the right track. Number one, if your prize is worth more than $600, then you need to fill out a 1099 form with the winner's information and submit it to the IRS. I want to repeat that one more time. If your prize is worth more than $600, then you need to fill out a 1099 form with the winner's information and submit it to the IRS. Why? Because that covers you. Therefore, you don't have to pay the taxes on it. The winner may not have to pay taxes, but if you don't do your part, you can get in trouble. Y'all using the word waffle and everything? Come on now. If you can use the word waffle and try to finesse the situation, then you can structure it the right way and use the correct words. It's not a good look. And I understand where people are coming from. I want to tell you, don't get prideful when people are saying, hey, this looks sketchy. On the outside looking in, it does look sketchy. Everybody doesn't have that gift where they can see a person's motives and everything. Don't give them more reason to think it's sketchy. Structure it the right way. Number two, this is all according to law. All according to law. If you follow these basic things I'm giving you and do your own research and educate yourself, then you'll be good to go. Number two, disclose where you got the prize from. Meaning, if you got the prize from a sponsor, then you must disclose that to the people in your video and description. In your video and description. If this is the case, you might want to add hashtags like hashtag sponsor, hashtag giveaway, hashtag sweepstakes. You can even put hashtag, whoever your sponsor or wherever you got it from, if that's the case. If there is no sponsor, then you don't have to do this. Number three, so I tell you, educate yourself. I'm going to keep on saying it. Yeah, you got people that are doing it, but hey, you need some other people around you. Go read YouTube rules on sweepstakes, giveaways, etc. YouTube states many things that some of you are not in compliance with, but it specifically states you must have official rules that people can easily access. Now, I know y'all, you got the little link and it got the rules. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some rules. Some some real life documents. I ain't talking about, okay, a little bit here, a little bit there. No, don't give them any reason. Play the game the right way. If you claiming you are who you are, then you're going to worry about it. YouTube also states that all raffles must be free to enter. Hence, a donation or gift. Repeat that one more time. YouTube also states that all raffles must be free to enter. Well, it's $25 a ticket, blase, blase. No, it's a donation. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a donation. I know Corey, I think it was the Life of Corey. Hopefully he's watching this video also. Hopefully y'all get these videos to these brothers. And if there's anybody else, get this to them. I know in his, he puts donations and, it's a fundraiser and there's no refunds. His rules are a little bit more specific, but they could be better. They could be better. Number 4, post a mini version of the rules in the description box with a link to the official rules. This proves to the government in your area that the contestants had an understanding of the rules and had access to them. That way, it's like redundancy. They can't say that you didn't tell them what the rules were. Because what can happen is somebody who is vindictive or is out to get you, they could sue you. Go ahead and get that thing right now so you ain't got to worry about it. Number 5, post official rules off the platform, meaning off of YouTube, to your website or to your landing page. Everyone must have an equal chance to win your raffle, and there must be no purchase necessary. Again, hence the donation. For example, a person donates $25, and for this they get an entry into the raffle. Now, this is some personal wisdom I'm giving you with running a nonprofit. Name of my nonprofit is Royal Lineage Development, Inc. We are registered in the state of Arkansas. You can go look us up if you know where to look for that stuff at. What I would do is I would personally have a cause that the donations go to. But make sure you follow through with the cause, which may be an event, a car show, a meetup, a food giveaway. Y'all doing meets up and everything, right? Meetups, however you want to say it. Y'all doing car shows, y'all doing events. Take a portion of the donations that you're getting from the raffles and use it toward those causes. Put it toward those events. Meaning that when you put your description and everything, a portion of these proceeds will go toward this meetup that we're going to do on so and so day. A portion of the proceeds from the donation that you give are going to be toward the car show that we're going to hold for the children or a event. And then the rest of it is toward the business. You don't necessarily own the business. You are just the CEO of the business. Understand the language. Understand the language. The business provides you with clothing, cars, a place to stay, food, these different things. The business provides that for you as the CEO, president, or whatever position you take. As a CEO of, I think CJ's is the what? CJ Entertainment, something like that? CJ on 32 Entertainment? I think you said it was going to be. You are providing entertainment, right? Your entertainment is vlogging, the lifestyle that you live under CJ Entertainment, CJ ENT, which is centered around cars. Therefore, CJ Entertainment is buying the cars, and you are driving the cars to make the content for CJ Entertainment. Are we understanding? Again, y'all, excuse me, somebody riding by. I got to pay attention to my surroundings. Again, when this is how I would personally do it. Hint, hint, hint. This is how I would personally do it. Like I told you before, I can do it. I don't have to say wow for none of these different things because I have a nonprofit. I can legally take donations and do fundraisers. Not saying that you can't, but mine is a little bit easier because of the position that I'm in as the president of RLD Inc. But if I was in your position, I would personally have a cause that the donations, a portion of the donations that you're getting from these vehicles that you are raffling off, that you're doing a fundraiser for, we're going to give away this car. We're doing a fundraiser, and the prize is this car, or it's $50,000 in cash, or it's a PS5. You know? And a portion of it is going to go toward a charity of your choice. Or it's going to go toward a event. It's going to go toward a cause or a car meet or meetup, or you could even do a food giveaway. You could even do, what I had in my notes, you can book a restaurant. You can book a restaurant and have so many people come there and everybody's food is paid for. Everybody's food is paid for, and you can do it in conjunction with a meetup. And you can have the other YouTubers show up. Y'all already doing it, but don't take this the wrong way. You're not thinking big enough. You're not thinking big enough. The other thing is you can get an attorney drafted, set of rules, and if you choose, there are also companies that specialize in these things. They have sweepstakes companies. This is all they do. You can use them, or you can get you an attorney that specializes in this area, and they will get you a set of rules. You can go on LegalZoom and probably get the rules for something like this. Set it up the right way, y'all. I know some of you probably saying, "Why are you putting it out there?" Then they gonna know. Like, come on, some of y'all gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. You don't think the man, as y'all say, the folks already know about this? They ain't watching. If you don't think that, then I don't know where you've been living at. It's not about what you make, but what you do with what you make. It's not about what you make, but what you do with what you make. Put it in your mind. You buying jewelry, you buying this, that's the company's. It's not yours. It's the company's. You're the president. You're the CEO. You're whatever position you are in that company. Even though you're the one that, in essence, gave birth to it. According to law, and many of you know this, that company, that business is a person in the eyes of the government. And we know about that in regards to them not being able to sue you. They can pierce through the corporate veil, but it makes it harder when you have things set up the right way. Again, it's not about what you make, but what you do with what you make. I'm not saying y'all don't do this, but you need to do it more. Give back to the children in your hood. Throw a car show event specifically for the children. And for me, this is really, really important. This is what I don't see enough from a lot of y'all. Speak about your story so they can hopefully make better decisions. If you're throwing these events, these car shows, you need to have a specific time period at these events where CJ and 32, you're getting up there and you're speaking about your story of how you got to where you are currently at. I know you speak about it in your videos, but you need to speak about it to the children more and more in that arena when you're doing stuff like that. Just keep on doing it. That's the most important thing. The cars and everything, they're just tools, and I'm pretty sure that many of you would agree with that also. They're just tools. Hopefully, they're just tools to you. And that's what I have. My next thing in my notes is cars are tools, not the end goal. Remember that. The cars and everything you're doing, they're tools. They are not the end goal. Remember that. Number 6 is what I mentioned earlier, and like I told you, don't get offended by it. Your minds aren't too small, but you are thinking too small. Your minds aren't too small, but you are thinking too small. You have to think even greater than what you are currently thinking or pushing to accomplish. You have to think even greater. What you think that you're trying to accomplish, what you're striving to accomplish, think even greater. Something that's so crazy is like, it seems almost impossible to you, but you're striving for that. Let's say you want to get a Pagani. How many black men do you see that have a Pagani? Wyra, I think that's how you pronounce it. Not too many, right? It's crazy. What about a Bugatti? I'm talking about a new one that's what, 4 million or whatever. What about a Koenigsegg? These ultra rare cars. I know some of you probably, well, that's what I'm striving for. I'm not saying that that's not what you're striving for, but even that, go above and beyond that. Set the standard so high that it seems crazy. For example, we here on Earth, you setting the standard like, you know what? One day I'm going to go to dang Jupiter. That sounds crazy. But if that's what you really want to do, then you're going to take the steps to do it. They may think you're crazy. You may even think you're crazy for even saying something like that. But don't set it down here. Set it even when you start, set it something crazy. I know some of you started like, I just want to, a Lambo. I want to get this. No, because once you reach that position of something so crazy, something so extreme, everything else below that is, I can do this, I can do that. And that's where the power is at. That's where the power is at. For me, with real estate, with a lot of things that I'm pushing to do, one of my goals, not the end game, but one of my goals is to be able to purchase a Bugatti cash. Now, some people may say, well, why in the world would a pastor want a Bugatti? Well, it's not about the Bugatti itself. I don't care about the name Bugatti. The Bugatti is a cool car either way. It's a goal, because I know once I've reached the point of being able to purchase a Bugatti, I know, okay, I'm at a certain point. And then when I go get the Bugatti, I'm not paying retail. I'm not paying retail. I understand how y'all got your business set up and that may work for you, but when you're dealing with business, the cheaper you can get stuff, the more profit you can make. The cheaper you can get stuff, the more profit you can make. I don't know everything y'all got going on in business. Unless you put it out there, it ain't really none of my business. Everything you have going on. So I can only speak from what I do know. But I know some of you have agreements with dealerships. And I understand that 100% because I used to have an agreement with a dealership also. My dad used to work at a dealership that me and him, we had a business agreement and we were doing business together. Even though that was my dad, he was a finance manager and I was able to bring the people in that whose credit wasn't so good. So I had a team. I understand all that. But if you can get stuff cheaper, then your overhead isn't going to be as much. Just like I mentioned the Bugatti. When I go to purchase a Bugatti, I'm not paying retail. I'm not paying retail. Well, how are you going to be able to accomplish that? Because I'm going to have my own car dealership. I'm going to have my own car dealership. And because I have my own car dealership, they really, I ain't going to say they don't have a choice. But when you have a car dealership and a car dealership is buying another car from a dealership, they're going to most likely mark the price down. If I'm buying let's say an older Bugatti and they got it listed for 1.3. Because I have a car dealership, they may sell it to me for 1 million to get it off their books, or 1.1 million. That's $200,000 wiggle room against what the current market is going for. So guess what I do? Buy it at that 1 million, buy it at that 1.1 or whatever, and now I'm in a better position to negotiate than being a person that's just walking in. I got YouTube subscribers and everything. Not saying that you shouldn't use that, because obviously you do. I should say y'all do. But that just gives you more power. More power in regards to negotiating. If the dealership thing ain't for you, then it ain't for you. But you got a dude right there that has a dealership. Lucky's Wheelz and Dealz. Lucky can get the same cars that y'all are getting. He can get them at wholesale cost. This is what I'm talking about. Like, y'all are not. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Y'all enjoying yourself, but you're enjoying yourself a little bit too much. You talk about even when you're enjoying yourself, you're still doing business. You got a guy that got a car dealership. The same cars you're getting for $90,000, $80,000, $100,000, he can get them too. He can go find them, and he can negotiate on your behalf what you're going to pay, and then you can bring your own financing through your bank. Now you're getting a car that's $100,000 easy for $90,000. If let's say you're getting a vehicle for $100,000, and then just on your name alone, they're letting you get the vehicle for $10,000 less. How much more less can you get it if you're buying it as a dealership? Or Lucky's Wheelz and Dealz is serving as your broker to buy that vehicle, to negotiate that price, and you're getting it cheaper. Now your overhead and your cost is lower. You're still using your credit. You're still using your credit union and all these different things, but you're getting these vehicles cheaper. It's the same thing with real estate. I'm sitting in this house right now. I didn't pay what the current market is dictating for this house, even when it was raggedy. I got this house for a smoking deal that was a blessing from the Lord. This is what I mean when, I say, let me go back. Your minds aren't too small, but you are thinking too small. And that comes with educating yourself and making sure you have the right people around you. And I'm not talking about just the people that y'all, are rolling with that people are currently seeing on the videos. I'm talking about people that are gonna, oh dang, I didn't think about that. Like, dang. Hopefully, each one of you watch this video and you're like, dang, that brother right. Lucky's Wheelz and Dealz does have a dealership. As far as I remember, I think he still does have a dealership because I see him at the auctions and everything. I told you, I rock with y'all. I don't agree with everything y'all do. Especially, from the perspective of a pastor. I mean, it is what it is. But I still rock with y'all. I still understand where y'all coming from. And I still want the best for y'all. Eventually, I'm going to have my own dealership. And I'm going to be doing the same thing here on my YouTube channel. Raffling off cars and using those funds to build more affordable houses. And you can go look at the numbers and everything to understand who really needs these affordable houses. Most of our people don't own no homes. And most people build wealth through real estate. It is what it is. Most people build wealth through real estate. But even just having that peace of mind where you have a place that you can call your own, that isn't some crazy price, because they can charge whatever they want to. You're like, man, we can't afford it. Now we got to rent. Where I come in at is I'm stepping up and I'm starting from scratch. I moved my family from Georgia here in Arkansas. I think I'm about 4 hours from Rell To Real. I think what you're in Dallas. So I'll be up there one of these days, doing business, stuff like that. But I'm starting from scratch. And you can go back and check out the rest of my videos to see what we are planning, and not only what we're planning, what we have planned, but what we're doing. I'm not just talking. But again, you got a guy that owns a dealership. He can get those cars at a pretty good price. I bet you can get them cheaper if you talk to him, better than what you're currently paying. Now, I know it may be easier, and I understand sometimes, hey, it's easier and it's the best business move to do that. But you won't know unless you connect with him on that level. Each of you are in a unique position to create generations of wealth. Did you hear what I said? Generations of wealth. But that requires not just investing in other ventures, but having a plan. I don't know everything y'all got planned. I can only go by what you say on video and discern the rest. But just go back to what I just said earlier. Whatever you're thinking, go above and beyond it. Go above and beyond it. You are in a very, very unique position. Utilize the people, but utilize the people in the right way. And then make sure you help those people. I ain't just talking about giving cars away by taking donations and everything. I ain't just talking about that. I'm talking about being in a position where you can come and say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to go here, we're going to buy this building, we're going to turn this building into this. And then all y'all come together because you all have the funds to do it. And then you split the cost up. And then you renovate this building and make it into a community center or whatever. You renovate this building and you make it into a business center. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Not just doing raffles. And again, this requires investing in other ventures. That could be real estate. I know, CJ, you said the real estate thing ain't really your thing. You like doing the cars. But I will say this, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Let me give you a little bit of insight. What if you was in a position where you're getting houses and you are rehabbing them, which is another stream of income, some more content to make, and then you raffle off the houses. How much you making on one car? How much would you make off of a house? It ain't gotta be nothing crazy. It could be a nice house where you raffle it off, and you give the person the option to have this house, or they can get the cash. If they don't get the cash, then obviously we ain't gotta explain that. y'all know what's up. You don't think a person will want a house more than they want a car? I understand a lot of y'all in the car industry, but don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. If it's not real estate, think about other things that you may be interested in. And I'm just telling you what I'm pretty much telling you what I'm going to be doing. I'm eventually going to be raffling off houses. That's what I'm eventually going to be doing. But everything takes time. As I just said, I got in my notes, it doesn't have to be real estate. But I myself am biased towards real estate because I understand it being in it. I understand it from others and from a numbers perspective, from a business perspective, and from how most people in America, through different laws the government passed, help them build the wealth that they currently have through real estate. If real estate ain't your thing, then something else may be your thing. I am obviously biased toward real estate, but I'm biased toward cars. I grew up on cars. Just because I'm not on YouTube making a whole bunch of car videos don't mean that I ain't been doing this car thing. That's why I rock with y'all, because I love the cars, love to see the cars, love to see what y'all brothers are doing in your life. It's better than slanging dope, slanging drugs, shooting, all these other things. It's better than making and selling counterfeit money. They used to call me the counterfeit king. That's what they used to call me. Arrested by the Secret Service. The Secret Service deals with that, but it was the whole, alphabet boys and everything. That's why, I understand where CJ is coming from, 100%. I don't think some of you truly understand the position of power that you are in this current state of this world. Not because of the you know what. I had to make sure I read it right. I didn't want to say the word because y'all know they'll flag you for certain things. Not because of the you know what, but where the world is headed. If you're looking to do $1 million a year, you could easily be doing 5 million or more a year. And I close with this: you aren't maximizing yourself. You aren't maximizing you. You may think you are, but you're not maximizing you. I can show you where, and I have no reason to lie about this, and people will get in the comment section and they will say, you're lying, whatever, blase, blase. My record speaks for itself. I can show you when I was locked up. I can show you when Redbox came out. I can show you the paper, why I wrote it down before Redbox even came out, when I was locked up. No reason to lie. It was called Blockbuster Speedy Rentals. Blockbuster Speedy Rentals. It was an idea that was pretty much based on the concept, the idea of Redbox, that I was going to sell to Blockbuster. Now just imagine if I would have did that. From Redbox came what? Netflix and everything else streaming. If I would have sold that idea, if I would have did what I needed to do during that time period and put everything together, and I didn't have the right people around me. That's what it boiled down to. I was still kind of young and everything, and that wasn't really my focus. My focus was on enjoying my life at that particular point in time. But I understood what the Lord was doing in my life. If I would have did that, had that idea, that's a $1 billion company. I would say you're not maximizing you. The person who come and say, man, whatever, man, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. Just because they're not doing it don't mean that I myself can't do it or you can't do it. And y'all understand that because you're doing what you're doing. People tell you that you couldn't do this and you couldn't do that. They tell you, oh, you won't be able to accomplish this. And look at you. But again, you are not maximizing you. If I can come up with the idea for Redbox, even if let's say, okay, you didn't specifically come up with Redbox, I could have been a rival to Redbox. All companies have rivals. Pepsi, Coke, Burger King, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Domino's. They all eating good, selling what they sell. Even if I didn't necessarily come up with the idea, the concept of red boxes, that's the argument you want to make, I could have still been around having my idea at the same time. And then took that money and reinvested it. And I got ideas for days. Ideas and inventions for days. That's what I do. I didn't say I just sit around, but like if I'm just chilling right now when I am sitting around, I'm inventing. Oh, that's a good idea. Does that exist? I go see if it exists yet. Oh, this doesn't even exist yet. Let me make sure I put this in my notes and make a note, boom, boom, boom. I'll come back to it. Because all that stuff takes money. All that stuff takes money. And that's what I mean by you aren't maximizing you. What you think you're capable of, you are capable of even more. Do things the right way, set it the right way. That way them folks can't say nothing. Because you already know, some of you know, if it all falls down, or if they want to act the way they want to act, the excuse isn't going to be, I didn't know. And the crazy thing is, you're still going to have to deal with it. Even if you can, let's say, claim that. I didn't know, blase, blase. You still have to deal with the situation, which is going to take you away from the current things you're doing. Go ahead and structure it the right way. Do things the right way. And you ain't got nothing to worry about. Or you at least, I ain't gonna say you got nothing to worry about, but you minimize the things you have to worry about. I got this, I got that. I followed the very rules and laws that y'all put in place. That's what I have for y'all. This is a video I've been wanting to do for months, but as you see from my channel, I've been pretty busy. I got a full-time ministry that I do. I got a whole family that I have to take care of. I got real estate that I'm doing. But the real estate is a tool. It's a tool to help me get into some other positions to help people even more. Mostly our people, for those who want to be helped. Not saying that I'm not going to help people that aren't black, but we know that our people need help. And the same way y'all doing your business and everything, you're not relying on the government. I'm just being an example in my life from the perspective of a pastor that our people do not have to rely on the government or talking about the man holding us down. I don't believe that garbage like that. And the reason I don't believe it like that, because I know who I am. Not only because my last name is King, but I am literally a king. And if I am who I say I am, then how can the man hold me down? He can try to. No matter what he does, whether the man is black or white or black. He cannot stop me because of who I am inwardly. He cannot stop me because of who I am inwardly. Y'all finna make me start preaching up in here. Y'all finna make me start preaching. But yeah, I love y'all brothers. I pray the best for each and every one of you. I want to see y'all brothers get in trouble. I've been down that road. Some of you have been down the road, CJ specifically. I don't know if some of the others have been in jail and something like that. You don't have to go there. Even if you ain't did nothing wrong, you could still end up in a messed up situation. Even, oh, I didn't know. You could still end up in a messed up situation. Minimize the chances of you being in that situation by structuring things the right way. If the foundation is solid, then everything else is going to be solid. If the foundation is built on sand, then when the storm comes and it beats on that house, great is the fall of that house. I want to make sure I also add this. Y'all got any questions? Y'all brothers want to text me? My number, as always, is in the description box. Not saying that I may call you right then immediately, because I do have stuff going on just like y'all do, but I will get back to you as soon as possible. And even if you aren't any of the people that I mentioned, if you're looking for some advice or whatever, my number is in the description box. Shoot me a line or whatnot, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.